This time we have an amazing musician with an amazing story. And it's Gladson Peter. He was born in Palyamkotte in Tamil Nadu. He is a multi-instrumentalist and is known as India's one and only one-man band. Let's all put our hands and welcome Gladson Peter.
You know, if you asked, or if you saw a dog walk on its hind legs, you would be amazed. But you know what the funny part is? It's just like that when you call me to speak, because whether or not you see what's happening, just by the look of it, you're going to be amazed, and that's really amazing. Isn't that what God has asked us all of us to do? Be extraordinary, because He's extraordinary. Can you give a big round of applause to Jesus? So my name is Gladson Peter, and I'm called the one-man band, obviously because there were a couple of people over here, but I think everybody in my band ran away. I had to put it on myself. No, jokes apart, there was a purpose behind all of this, and that's what I'm here to share, okay? I started playing music at a very young age. I was gifted a toy keyboard on my 3rd birthday. But when I was in standard 1, my first song that I learned to play from my father was Happy Birthday, okay? But I didn't really enjoy it as much. So I took spoons and forks from the kitchen, took a couple of utensils, put them together, and I was the best drummer in the world. Perhaps it would annoy everybody at home. In Tamil, my party used to actually call me Nodukku Nodukku. It was so amazing that I started enjoying drums so much that I wanted to be a drummer when I grew up. I come from a pastor's family, and looking at my dad, I always wanted to be a pastor, just so that I could pray for people and help people. I was very motivated. I wanted to be a cool pastor. By my means of cool, I love bikes. So I wanted to be a pastor who would have a super bike and also play a lot of musical instruments. That was my definition of cool. You know, life went on so amazing. And I had a prayer point when I used to grow up. I wanted to be in a band when I'm probably 30 years old. But that's a picture of me standing in the corner of my first worship team, and I was only 15. Isn't God amazing? Yeah. But I felt that there was something more amazing than this, which was God didn't just want me to be a guitarist in the corner, but He blessed me with my own worship team. You know, life went on, and I started playing many other musical instruments. I was going through a very good life. I was a sportsman. I used to play football. I was very athletic, but I had very bad habits. But when I accepted Jesus as my personal savior, when I was going from my 8th standard to 9th standard at a children's camp, the preacher in in the front, he asked us all to draw the picture of a person that he wanted to be like. And I had not watched movies or cricket or any of that sort. So I didn't know what I wanted to become, what I wanted to be like. When everybody else drew the picture of Amitabh Bachchan, Sachin Tendulkar, and all the superstars that the kids would term or name, this was the picture that I drew. It's actually just a simple man. I'm pretty sure you can say I'm a great person at drawing. I knew a couple of musical instruments, and I wanted the person that I wanted to become should play many musical instruments. So if you notice, there's a Yamaha keyboard, a Korg synthesizer probably, a Tama drum kit. There are a couple of musical instruments on top, and all of these things were what I wanted to become. But here is what happened, okay? I went to my favorite college because I wanted to be a part of the chapel. I got great and amazing friends, but all my friends used to smoke and drink heavily. And I wanted to be a good Christian and teach them about Jesus, but being around them, and I also used to work in a call center, so all my friends, my colleagues used to smoke, and all of that smoke, it went to my lungs. So one day I came back from college, I vomited, and this was really very different from a regular vomit. I vomited so bad. It went on for a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months, about a year. And I went from 50 kgs, an athletic body, to a boy who has only sticks and bones, just like you would see on a tuberculosis patient. If I have to sit for half an hour like you're doing, I had to lay down my back for more than 4 hours because I did not have any energy in my body. And every time I had to breathe, I had to take conscious efforts. I would breathe. I used to wait for 6 seconds or 7 seconds to take every breath, and I thought I was going to die. Because when we went to the doctors told me that I have an illness called as pleural effusion. And it damaged 60% of my lungs, and all my hopes and dreams of doing things I wanted to do in my life came crushing down there. Because when I was discharged from the hospital, the doctors clearly told me that, Gladson, you have to stay at home because you can't even play a simple flute. So this is probably the end of your life. But I really trusted God, and I knew that there was something behind all of this. If there was a bad phase, I'm pretty sure that God has something through this. In the year 2015, I was very suicidal, because people used to call me a one-man band just because I could play many musical instruments. I have learned about 45 musical instruments just by being put on the stage last minute because somebody didn't come. And one day when I woke up, God reminded me of this image. And He showed me, how about Gladson, you take all these musical instruments that you play, put them together, and play together. I thought, yeah, Mickey Mouse does that. How many of you watched Mickey Mouse as a one-man band? Yeah, and there was a Vodafone ad which I hadn't known about. But through all this, I prayed and I trusted God. And in February 21st, on the set of India's Got Talent, was the first time at 8 a.m., 6 a.m., we finished building our instruments together, putting them up. And for the first time in my life, I could play the one-man band in front of the IGT judges. It was a brilliant moment for me because I had never practiced. I had not done anything like that before. And I played it in front of them and I was selected. But the real game changer was that I did not have any shows after that for about 3 to 4 months. I wanted to play at Hard Rock Cafe, at Blue Frog, at churches where we go to. But you know what? God is amazing. Your plans can be small. God's plans can be so amazing that it can blow you away in every single bit. My first show was for the celebrations of Europe Day, and all my friends who play music have been struggling all their lives to do this and that and everything. And I got an opportunity to play in front of prime ministers and presidents and all the officials of the European nation, all the countries over there. Isn't that amazing? Okay, on that stage, I was told I cannot speak a word, and I have to do an instrumental song. I played Heal the World by Michael Jackson because it was about unity, all these positive things. And when I finished my song, all of them were with their alcoholic drinks or everything right in front. They were taking pictures, and they said, "Gladson, one more song." I was like, oh no, this is something I never thought about. I can't speak. I have not prepared another song. But God spoke over there, and He gave me my purpose in life. I wanted to just earn money and help people who are also affected like me. But God had a purpose in my life, and at that split second, He showed me my purpose, which was not only to be a musician, but also to get the dream of serving people and inspiring people. So I wanted to be a pastor, but I get so many events where I get to be one among them. And that is a blessing. That's when God told me, share the story, share what happened in your life, and sing the song, Amazing Grace. Okay, and that's the same song I'm going to be singing today, and I want all of you to join in. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I want you to clap your hands. Can you sing? God made me into a one-man band, and the first design we ever made had 13 musical instruments. God took me to a lot of churches to encourage a lot of people. But it was not just about churches. I could be on TV sets also. I wanted to just be a drummer and a pastor and a cool guy, but I never imagined to be on TV. TV sets, all the radio stations in India, as well as Bollywood. And my intention, wherever I go, is to share my story and my testimony. And I'm so happy that God could take me to so many different places. I followed what God gave in my life, okay? And I kept to my purpose. I was very integral. I was following everything that was doing, okay? I could keep my integrity, and I made the second kit, and I was invited to China. I was there for over a year, and also, over a year, I kept playing the one-man band over and over and over again, and I excelled at what I was doing. And that's when God gave me opportunities like TEDx and so many other places. But you know what? This is also in China. You know what? I didn't want to just stay quiet and just do the one-man band. So I have a new brand where we try to also take this talent to different people, because God has blessed me with all of this. And everybody asks, okay, Gladson, so do you just inspire and motivate? I wanted to take a step further, and we have a brand called Ukexperience, where we bring a ukulele to you. How many of you have seen a ukulele? It's really small, it's really cute, and with that, we are praising God's name. And it's so amazing. It's a baby company, and we're working out of Mumbai. But even through 2019, we have a huge community of more than 500 people. Praise God. And with all of this, God has helped me to reach out to so many different people and places. I can just keep on showing you all of these things. But you know what? In the end, it's all about Jesus. Even if you ask me today, right now, how do I do all of this? I have no answer to this. I don't know how my hands and legs work, but all praise to God alone. The first song that I had played, okay, is a song that I have never played before. And you can try it, okay? You can try playing 2 instruments, and it really is not easy. And God changed my life from when doctor said that I cannot even play a flute, but He helped me to carry more than 20, 25 kgs, balance it, think for so many different people, play it at the same time, and not only entertain people, but also make sure that the message of God reaches everybody. Okay? So I'm so thankful to be here and to be sharing my story wherever I go. I have one last song I want you to sing with me. This is a very, very simple song. It says, Lord, I lift your name on high. I want you to start clapping with me. Okay, can you give a big round of applause for Jesus? And then we're going to keep the claps on the beat. Come on. Make the loudest clap. I'm putting a lot of energy into this, okay? I'm not just standing and playing this, but I want you to shout and sing with me. Sing with me. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debts to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift the name on high. Can you give a shout offering to Jesus? As loud as you can. Once more, 2, 3, 4. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debts to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Thank you.
Wow. Gladson, that was amazing. Thank you very much. How much does this whole thing weigh?
At the moment, this is my 3rd design. It weighs 18 kilos.
I'm not talking about your weight. I'm talking about the instruments. 18 kgs. Wow, imagine carrying 18 kgs and then trying to balance it and play a song that you can recognize. That is incredible. That's wonderful. And I request Rajiv and Judith to come forward and felicitate our wonderful, amazing Gladson Peter for sticking to Christ wherever he goes. And that's beautiful, because once you reach a certain amount of fame, Christ is replaced by God and God is replaced by positive energy. But thankfully, Gladson has kept Christ's name shining everywhere he goes. And his hands are full, but his hands are there. And it says, fine-tuned. Let's all put our hands together.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.